Stephen A. Smith filled at least part of his Friday evening with this basketball game. He is with us now live on SportsCenter. Stephen A., remember all that stuff you said after Game 1 about the series being done and the Celtics are no match for the Cavs? If you'd like, you just go ahead and say it again, or you can maybe give us a new twist on that, I'm guessing.
Sad. I would love to sit here and go off about it as if a blowout was an aberration or what have you, but Boston is just not on their level. They look like a JV squad. And when you look at the matchup makes fights, and we all understand that. And there's simply no match for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James is the best player in the world, and he's playing like it. Kevin Love really appears to be on this mission to show that he's an offensive component that can be relied upon. Even though he played hard and he played solid, he wasn't much of a scorer in the NBA Finals, and that's just being kind. That clearly doesn't seem the mission that he's on right now. And, of course, you knew Kyrie Irving wasn't going to have another 11-point performance on 4 of 11 shooting. So he showed up tonight. But in the end, being outscored 40-13, just having LeBron James do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, completely embarrassing and demoralizing the Boston Celtics, making Jaylen Brown look like an absolute fool for ever opening his mouth, saying what he said about LeBron James prior to the game. It was so bad. It was so embarrassing that if you're a fan, you have to be absolutely disgusted and alarmed with the disparity of competition. And if you're looking for an MVP of this game, it's not LeBron James, it's not Kevin Love, it's not even anybody on the Cleveland Cavaliers roster. It should be Isaiah Thomas, because he was the only person smart enough to say, I want no more of this. I got a right hip strain. Let me get the hell up out of here. I can't hit a field goal, can't score. Only can hit 2 free throws. The team looks absolutely sorry right now. Let me get the hell up out of here. That's what he ultimately did. It was an embarrassment. It was a disgrace. It was bad to watch, but it's something that was far from a surprise. Maybe the 50-point deficit was, but a huge deficit was not a surprise at all. This team is not meant to go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we saw just why tonight.
So the Celtics, certainly tonight anyway, earned their #1 lottery pick. The Cavs are 10-0 in the postseason. Stephen A., give me the one thing that you like best, what you've seen in these 10 games from the Cavaliers.
Well, I think their defense, collectively, they seem to be able to amp it up. And they know that in order to win the championship over the Golden State Warriors, they're going to have to defend. Because one of the things that keeps getting ignored about the Golden State Warriors, everybody's talking about their offensive firepower because of the Splash Brothers and Kevin Durant, one of the top 3 players in the world, and a Draymond Green, who's an all-NBA guy, second team, third team, what have you. The bottom line is clear. They defend, particularly on the perimeter. And the strength of a Cleveland Cavaliers squad is their ability to hit perimeter shots. So one would surmise that even though they could still make some 3-point shots, that they'll be relatively neutralized compared if you're comparing what they're going to do against Golden State to what they've been able to do against the inferior Indiana, Toronto, and now Boston franchises. So how are you going to equal the scales? To some degree, you're going to have to defend. And that's what they're doing, which is something that they weren't doing in the latter part of this season. The fact that they seem to have amped it up defensively, switching, making sure that even your big guys can get out on the perimeter and defend some of those opposing shots. It's like they're engaging in practice in preparation for Golden State, similar to Tristan Thompson trying to defend Steph Curry during the NBA Finals, seeing a big man out there on the perimeter with long arms and a long body defending. You saw Channing Frye doing that a little bit along with others. This is what Cleveland is doing right now. We'll see if it works in the next round.
Stephen A., you're a pro for enduring the whole game and for showing up here to talk about it. We won't steal any more of your time. Thank you, my friend.
I did not endure the whole game. I left against a White Castle. I didn't endure the whole game.
Hey, listen.